Good evening, VV Nation. Happy Monday and welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan, senior instructor here at VectorVest. Always a pleasure to give these 6 p.m. videos. Now, I know we're kicking off the week with a little bit of optimism as I'm recording this video right now. I see the NASDAQ clawing back up to 477 points to the upside with some rumors or, some potential with the government shutdown coming to an end. But there are some things I want to see in the market. So tonight, I'm going to show you the key levels I'm looking at, both with the QQQ and the VectorVest composite, to see if we're really getting the follow through from Friday's dip opportunity. And if you're not buying stocks on the dip, I'm going to put 2 stocks that are just showing phenomenal moves to the upside. The first being Micron, the other stock, Western Digital Corp. These are 2 companies I've talked about quite a bit on the channel, but looking at the VectorVest valuation, I definitely see more upside potential when it comes to these 2 stocks. So if you want to make sure that we're getting the right confirmation for buying dips, or if you want to see the potentials with Micron or Western Digital Corp, let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we get to these 2 phenomenal stocks, just wanted to do a quick market overview. And as we take a look, the bottom fishers came in right on the NASDAQ 100. We're looking at the Qs here. You see the bottom wick. This is the 40-day moving average. It's a simple pivot off the 40-day moving average. We're getting follow through with that today with the possible ending of the government shutdown. But keep this in mind. I do have a level here. There was zone really from 622.16 to about 618.87. I did play a little day trade off this resistance this morning. Worked out pretty well. I want to see follow through from this come tomorrow. And most likely it's going to come from any kind of government shutdown news or rejection if the deal doesn't come through, potentially. But to get confirmation, I want to see the Qs above 622.16 come tomorrow's close. Now, as we take a look at the VectorVest composite, the VVC, this is how we track the broad market here at VectorVest. We're still in my zone here, which was a level of support, now becoming a level of resistance. We see we gapped into the zone, buyers coming in right at the bottom of the zone here at 76.02. Now, the top of the zone, 76.62. I'd feel better with price action getting above this level here, and that could potentially give us a primary wave up signal. If I go over to the home page here, we see 5 days ago is at 76.53. So come tomorrow, the primary wave will be based off of this 75.16. So we could get a primary wave up come tomorrow. So keep that on your radar. This dip opportunity might just work out. Now we make our way back over to the VectorVest composite graph here. If we get a rejection, because again, we got the 20, we've got 40-day moving average here. A lot of reasons why we could get rejection come tomorrow, especially if the government shutdown doesn't come to an end, because that seems to be the reason why investors are getting enthused. But right now, I will say, looking at the S&P 500 here, again, another pivot off the 40-day moving average. But the follow through here, I do like. Look at the bottom wick here, right on the bottom of this trend line. Price action breaking this downward trend line to the prior swing high. I connected it to this upper wick here, giving us a perfect support line. So as long as price action gives us a little bit of follow through come tomorrow on the S&P 500, I'm looking optimistic here as well. Would you like real actionable information and not just more data? Would you like to know what your stock is actually worth and how safe your stocks really are, whether they're a buy, hold, or sell recommendation? Check out this website. Just go to vectorvest.com/YTFSA for your free stock analysis report today. All right, here's what you've been wanting. We're in the VectorVest 7 software, breaking down these 2 powerhouse stocks. We've got Micron and Western Digital Corp. We see momentum to the upside. Both of these stocks over 6% right now. But this is what I want you to pay attention to. Even with all of this momentum to the upside we've seen in both of these stocks recently, look at price action. Look at valuation. Micron, way undervalued. Western Digital Corp, catching up to its valuation, but still undervalued. These are not price targets. These are just what we currently feel the stock is intrinsically worth. Now, taking a look at our other proprietary indicators within VectorVest, these indicators, RV to CI, 0 to 2 scale. Very easy to understand. Above 1 is a favorable rating. Below 1 is an unfavorable rating. Further you get away from 1 speaks to the magnitude of that favor. RVRS, these are fundamental indicators. RV looks at long-term price appreciation compared to an alternative investment, a AAA corporate bond, to let you know if it's a good long-term investment. Safety, RS, just an indicator of risk, right? You can see Micron, you're getting some safety there. Western Digital Corp, not much safety with that position, but both of these stocks giving you ample upside potential here. Great RV ratings. Now, as far as the RT relative timing, this is our technical indicator. Both of these stocks are on the move right now. So you can see getting close to that upper level at 2. Currently, Micron at 1.95, Western Digital Corp at 1.98. A lot of momentum, a lot of magnitude behind that momentum when it comes to these positions. So overall, with our master indicator, VST, value, safety, and timing, phenomenal scores in both of these stocks. No surprise, they both have buy recommendations right now. And looking at forecasted data, the sales growth rate, earnings growth rate, double digits across the board, both categories. Micron leading the charge here with sales 46%, also leads the charge when it comes to earnings 38%. Now let's go ahead and jump in the charts and see if there's any opportunities on the horizon. Now when it comes to Micron, I put the trade setup on everybody's radar who's subscribed to this channel. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The trade, it was around 120 bucks. It's when we got the confirmation. You can see price momentum off the charts right now. Price action go from 120 to 252 in a short period of time. So yes, if it's overstretched for you and you're not comfortable chasing this momentum, look at pivots closer to the 20-day EMA. It's worked out pretty well. And the most recent one I talked about is around 215. You can see the pivot coming off of this last week here, hitting a new high as of today. But the reason why I'm not too concerned about this stock showing so much momentum to the upside, let me just check off our valuation here. Look at the VectorVest valuation. Continues to climb. We value the stock at 342. So this is a great undervalued semiconductor company that if you want exposure to, this is your opportunity. And if you've got some patience and if there's a potential pullback, I can see it maybe getting closer to 200s. But again, with so many great things going on for this company, such as their new fab in New York, I don't see too many severe pullbacks unless it's market driven in the near future. Another phenomenal stock, WDC, Western Digital Corp. Just look at the chart over the last few months here. Nice stair-step fashion, lower left, upper right. Momentum is there. Buy rating the entire time over the last 3 months here. But just like Micron, if I check off valuation here, look at the value, 184.90. You can see valuation on the rise, price action on the rise, chasing value. This is a phenomenal stock. Now that these investments have become more parabolic, if you want to help capture profits over along the way, if I change this graph layout to the star search layout, this creates sort of a fast lane for high momentum trades here using a set of Bollinger Bands. Between the Bollinger Bands here, this yellow and white line, that's where you want price action. You can see as long as price action stays in this lane, momentum is there for the bulls. This occurred back here as well, back in September, giving a lot of opportunities for bullish trades from about $80 to about 120. Perfect trade setup. We're seeing we're in the midst of that at this time. So I just wanted to put these two great stocks on your radar as well, show you exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to confirmation in the market come tomorrow. Now, if you enjoyed tonight's video, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. Good night.